Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
McKinnon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. midfield. Here's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Penny. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And Janikowski pushes this one to the left. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now Rashad Penny. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they finally get him down at the other 46. A terrific run there by Penny. 52 yards. What a big run there to get out from the shadow of their own end zone. The defense is probably thinking, hey, let's pin him deep. Not the case.
You're exactly right. When I played, we used to have a defensive coordinator in these situations who would call the defense and tag onto it, get a safety, push them back. And sometimes you overcommit on defense, and it worked against them in this play. Offense worked it out very, very well.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nifty job there on the scramble. Got 12 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. By 20. 11. Yes.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out now come the Seahawks. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Now Hundley. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The pitch goes to Penny, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. 190. Flex round.
Throwing, Hundley. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Screenplay, McKinnon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That is incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo now. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. They'll set up a throw.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over. That's caught at the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half begins with a run from Penny. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Looking to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Ohio!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Dixon over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And Dixon has it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Janikowski bangs it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now Zare Jones with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Back now in Seattle, Washington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
They begin with a run by Penny. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Gold with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking at your plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reuben Foster coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He hits Baldwin right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing, Hundley. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Hundley. It's complete to Jerome Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
McKinnon. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run once more with McKinnon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tight end Dixon left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Grand 38!
Back to throw. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
They'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Niners, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.